sun when your heart's not open. Way to get sun when your heart's not open. Way to get sun when your heart's not open. Way to get sun when your heart's not open. Welcome to the small business network show. Welcome to Dr. James' small business show. The small business network show. Welcome to Dr. James' small business show. The small business network show. Welcome to Dr. James' small business show. The small business network show. Welcome to Dr. James' small business show.
How sweet it is! We here, Arlington, Texas, Globe Life Park, Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. We have co-host Brittany Wise, and she'll be with us later, and Sonny.
How is everything going? Just let you know that when the bottom falls out and you fall down, if you still have breath, stand tall on earthly grounds.
Woo! I love that. I love that. We have our expert fashion designer, Miss Helen. How are you?
All is well.
Oh, my
No
goodness.
complaints at all.
And we have on the show our new guest, Miss Joyce. How you doing, Miss Joyce?
Hello. I'm doing wonderful.
That's what I'm talking about. Miss Joyce, she's awesome. She's so awesome.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Miss Joyce is going to help us steer this ship.
Come on
We're
now.
trying to steer this ship.
Oh,
Let's do it.
You don't need no castaway.
That's what I'm talking about. No castaway. We want to steer this ship all the way to glory.
Yes.
Man,
Amen.
Miss Joyce, do you feel the electricity?
I do.
That's what I'm talking about. And you're bringing some more juice, some more go-go juice.
Yes.
Y'all remember those drinks back when you were kids called
yeah.
Jungle Juice?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Man, you remember those Jungle Juice?
I remember.
Man, those things were so
yeah.
fruity.
Yeah.
Miss Joyce would be another version of our Jungle Juice for today.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Man, we finna
Just a
get
little something. Just a little something.
We're going to get this party started. We're going to get off talking about some stumbling blocks.
Yes.
And so, Mr. Sonny, how do they help in business?
Stumbling blocks help in business, Dr. James and everyone on the sound of my voice. They help propel you to move ahead. I know some people look at stumbling blocks like, hey, how do they help? Because it's a setback in our business. It's a setback, a sale that we don't get or whatnot. But I've been in many situations, many have. You think a deal's going to come through, and some comes up, well, hey, I'm not going to be able to do it. You know, that just propels you. It shouldn't discourage you. It should encourage you to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to keep moving forward, because we always want to see progress.
Yes.
And stumbling blocks are part of the process to push you forward, to fuel, so you continue to proceed. So that's why I say they should prepare you to move ahead, keep a level head, keep your head above water, to continue to make the main thing be the main thing. Keep your focus. Don't worry about the distractions. Continue to move ahead.
All right.
Well, Ms. Helen, I'd like to ask you kind of what do you think about stumbling blocks and all that good stuff?
Well, stumbling blocks is, as he said, they can be stepping stones.
Yes, come on now.
Yeah, you can use that to build on, to look at your mistakes and what you should have done, or maybe some questions you didn't think to ask.
Right, okay. Well, I believe stumbling blocks, personally, is needed, because kind of what we say, most people can get a stumbling block and be stopped cold. But the ones that succeed use a stumbling block to grow.
Yes.
And so that's what helps you achieve greatness when you fall down.
Yes.
So everything that you do don't have to be achieved immediately. Now, I'm not telling you to take your time either. I'm not one of those kind of people. I'm going to do it now kind of person.
There you go.
Okay.
There you
But
go.
just because you fail don't mean it's a failure. It means pick yourself up and let's move forward and try it again if you want to do that.
Come on now.
Don't be discouraged by failure, because like you say, that's a version of stumbling block.
Yes.
So, Ms. Joyce, we'd like to come to you next. Talk to us about your version of a stumbling block, and maybe you can kind of let us know how it helped you persevere.
Well, to me, stumbling blocks is just a delay, but not a deny.
All right.
So, in a stumbling block, it may be something you may need to critique, do a little bit different, and go at it head on, and remember to always stay focused.
Okay, I love it. So, Sonny, why we can't avoid them?
We cannot avoid stumbling blocks, and I say that. I don't care if anyone doesn't agree with me, but I think you cannot avoid stumbling blocks because it's this thing that's called life.
Come on.
Life. You got to expect the unexpected. So life's going to throw you a lot of curveballs and a lot of unexpected twists and turns, but you have to understand that's just life. And like you said earlier, they're not set up for failure, and you just got to get back up. I say you don't learn the lesson. No, failure is a part of a fall, but you get up and you learn and you move forward. You continue to live. That's why I say what I said earlier. As long as you have breath,
Right.
you still have a chance to do what you need to do.
Right.
So that's why I say that life, you got to expect the unexpected. So we can't say that, oh, no, they'll never be me, because when we sit up here and point the finger, we don't realize we got three fingers pointing back at us.
Right.
So, we can't say,
Hello.
we can't point the
Hello.
finger and say, hey, look what happened to him. They'll never be me, because that could be you the next 10 seconds, the next hour. Not tomorrow, but like candy. People say, well, that'll never be me. And, it might not be you later, but it might be you right now.
Right,
So
right.
you can't have that mindset. So, yes, that's why I say we can't avoid them.
Well, I'll go one further.
Yes.
You shouldn't avoid them. Because, again, how the mind works, and this is another thing that you may want to understand about marketing and business, the brain subconsciously always going to go towards something that's more favorable and less failure driven. That's why you have a lot of people that go to stuff that's what we consider do-it-yourself type of systems, or don't take as much work. The lazy thing. That's just how the mind works. And so it really it goes with everyone. The only difference is, does it bother your business? Like that may happen with me as it pertains to maybe exercising, or can I do I'm gonna just go jogging from the house. I don't feel like driving up here to jog at the school, but I want to go to the school because it's better. I know I'm running a mile when I'm doing that. So I'm thinking about the easier route, but I'm just gonna take off running from the house because I'm being lazy. Subconsciously, business wise, I never do that. Ever. You have to be relentless. So I don't think you should. I mean, of course, everyone is going to try to avoid a failure, but when it happens, get excited.
Yes.
Right.
Get excited. When you're turned down on business, when someone says no, get excited because this is a numbers game. Did you know every 10 no's, there's 1 or 2 yeses? Depending on what you do.
Yes,
Now,
indeed.
go ahead. And so the key here is it depends on what you do. If you're selling food, then out of 10 people, you're not going to get but 1 or 2 no's.
Right.
You got to get 7, 8 yeses because it's food. But let's say if it comes to fashion, clothes, delivery, teaching people knowledge, now that's different. Out of 10 people, you'll get 7, 8, 9 no's. 1 yes. But get excited because knowing when every no comes, no. When you get to about 10 no's, you're gonna get 1 or 2 yeses.
All right.
So every no you get excited. Oh my God, that yes coming. No, that's okay. It's coming. No, oh okay. Yeah, I hit it.
See,
Yeah.
let me piggyback on that, James. All those no's, I'm gonna piggyback and say all those no's lead to go.
That's right.
I'm gonna keep going. See, like you see the stop signs, I don't wanna stop. No, I'm gonna keep going because all these red lights are popping up, but it's gonna be a green light.
Right in the middle.
When that green light come, boom, I'm gone.
How sweet it is. I love it. I
Come
love
on
it.
now.
Yes.
So let's move into leadership now.
Yes.
I like this topic. Why is it important to have good leadership in business?
It's important to have good leadership in business because you have to be about business.
That's
I
right.
mean, when you're dealing with your customers
That's
or
right.
your employees, whatnot, whether you hire your close friend or your family, whatnot, hey, this is business.
That's
that
right.
means you got to set standards and sit on them.
Yeah.
That is-
Like a hen does her eggs to protect another young that's coming. So we have to understand that in order to be in good leadership in business, we have to be about the business. We cannot waver from it. We can't say, well, like you say, we got to be relentless.
Relentless.
That's how we have to be. We have to be about business, and we can't sit up here and let a customer say, well, you know, so-and-so said that they are charged this. What you say? No, well, you go talk to so-and-so then.
That's right.
You know, we know, go talk to Great Value because this is Duncan Hines over here. We're
Right.
trying to make things happen. We're trying to get the cake to you. We're
Right.
not going to take no setbacks because that's what we have to be about the business.
That's what I'm talking about.
Everybody loves a strong leader
That's
to
right.
go forth. So that's why.
So why is it important to communicate with employees and customers?
It's important because the sense you want to give them the welcoming and the warmness of their heart to understand that you have a sense of value and commitment. When I sit up here and do it, I did a job not too long ago. I did a job and the customers, they were in thrill. Oh, y'all did it so fast. Y'all did this. And I was like, you know, hey. And I'm intrigued more because I want repetitious business. Maybe if they may use me again, or maybe they relate to their neighbor or their friend or whatnot. Because we're not all about the sale. We're here to make money, but at the same time, we're not understanding. We're not sitting up here saying, "Well, I just want the money. I want the money." I want No, we want to understand that we have a value and commitment. I say communicate with your customers and your employees as well, so you can let them know, hey. Not only they did give good service, this is a good person to work for because they care about the modern person.
So, Ms. Joyce, I'd like to ask you that question. How do you communicate with employees or customers?
I'm so glad you asked because I'm sitting up here pondering with that. What I would like to say in regards to leadership is so important to have a good leader, and it's so important to have your employees on the same page that you're on. Because when you have people that are not on the same page, then they may cause conflict with your customers. So you want them to always be like-minded, like you, someone that's passionate about what you're doing as well as themselves, and they would also give out good customer service.
All right.
So I think it's very important to have a good leader, because see, the leader is the person that's over the business, and then it falls down to the neck, down to the arms, and those that branches off from the arms, which is the employees, say the supervisor, she's the neck. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I look at business, from a natural standpoint. So it's very important.
Yes, it is. I would like to say a little something on that leadership point, too. In order to be a good leader, I feel like you have to be your best example of leadership. Because I even consider that as in the family way. You're the parent, you want to show forth your best so that your children maybe even be able to catch on. And it's the same thing with employees and customers. You want to be your best in hopes that your customer, even your employees, will exemplify who you are. I think that's real important.
How sweet it is. I love that. I love that. Oh my God. That was beautiful. So I tell you what, before we move into atmosphere in the business world, I love that topic, Mr. Sonny. Oh my goodness, I love that topic. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be back right after this.
Hi, my name is Warren Campbell, and I have the opportunity today to give you some information that I think would be invaluable to you. I am part of an organization that every 2 or 3 months gives a presentation which presents income opportunities. It's called Money Making. So what we want to do is to get this information out to individuals who are indeed interested in doing just that, making money. So what I'd like to do is present an individual who is also going to give you some more information on that event. Dr. James, come in and let them know exactly what it is that they can expect once they come in.
Thank you, sir. Guys, this money-making event, like Mr. Campbell said, is every 2 to 3 months. No matter where you are in the bracket, as far as if you love where you're working, but you want to make extra money, let us help you. If you're working and you want to make a lot of extra money, we can help you. If you want to have your own business, we can help you. Whatever you desire, but this can be a life-changing event. And all we want to do is have you here to listen, okay? So, coming to this event, you don't have to worry about you need to go get something to eat and all that. Come to us, we'll feed you that day, we will feed you. 2, just for coming, we will give you either a $200 gift card or a tablet or more gifts just for coming. Let me say that one more time. I know, maybe you didn't hear us, right? Just for coming, we're going to give you a $200 gift card or a tablet or other gifts just for coming to this event that you're going to be coming for anyway, just because you want to hear about how to make more money. So, thanks for listening. Give us a call. Let us know if you want to get going. You can either call 469-765-5327. Dr. James, or call
972-965-1484, Warren Campbell.
And again, we're looking forward to getting this thing going.
Yes, indeed.
Have
I go to war, I'll fight for you. Even when I've left, I'll do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I'll fight for you. Even when I've left, I'll do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky.
I want that forever love for the moment, and all your pain to be broken. See, when I look in that smile, all your beauty is spoken. I love the vibes that you carry. I see the spark of your motion, and when I see that you're down, I put the waves to your ocean. I'll be the first to admit, I know I have a lot of flaws, but nothing you couldn't fix. Gorgeous, from your mind to your heart, straight to your hips. I want that never-ending ride, so baby, get with the script. We're on a different route, show me what you're all about. Tears coming from your heart, shorty, I can cause a drought. See, I can with that shit they say, and I can prove it with my mouth. And lately you've been stuck in stress, but baby, I'ma pull you out without a doubt. So give me everything, and I promise I'll put you home in the tropics. And maybe one day we'll marry, there ain't a soul that can top it. And if you fall, then I got you, just know I'm there when you drop it. To change your world and your optics, to change your world and your optics.
I go to war, I'll fight for you. Even when I've left, I'll do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I'll fight for you. Even when I've left, I'll do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky.
I'll be your everything, or everything I can. To me, you're perfect, ain't a thing that I would ever change. I love your smile, I love your shape, I love your pretty face. Everything about you was enough to go brighten my day. We met a year ago, this year has turned my life around. When I was at my lowest, man, I could've picked myself off the ground. You helped me with that, show me that I'm not alone. You know that I'm your Clyde and you're my Bonnie that cannot be broke.
I go to war, I'll fight for you. Even when I've left, I'll do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue
I love that song.
All right.
Hidden. We back in studio, Globe Life Park. Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. We're back with Mr. Sonny, and we want to talk about atmosphere in the business world. Mr. Sonny, how do we keep the atmosphere in the business world peaceful?
I say we keep the atmosphere in the business world peaceful, mainly because we understand that people come from this diversity in the business, in the companies. People come from different walks of life. So what I'm saying is that we have to talk with emphasis and understanding, to understand that everybody comes from different walks of life in order to be about the business, in order to conduct business and continue to work to make the company or your business money and whatnot. We have to understand that, we all might have a different outlook on things, but that what makes us intervene with each other to bring beautiful success to a business or to a company or whatever the business may service or provide.
So how do we handle unexpected chaos in the business world?
We have to stay calm and take lead. And when I say that, I'm saying that you gotta take the bulls by the horns. You can't get milk from a bull. So you have to understand is that someone is looking. Like Ms. I said earlier, we have to understand that if we are going to be good leaders, if we're going to conduct and be over a business or whatnot, we have our followers looking. It's just like an athlete or a celebrity. They got diehard fans, who do anything, jump out building, whatever it may be. But what I'm saying is that we have to stay calm and take lead. I'll just give this and we'll be able to move forward. I remember years ago, before I even got off into maintenance, I worked for the water department, and we were doing a 2-inch main, 2-inch meter off of main in some apartments. And so my supervisor, he cut it out the water, not knowing that the meter was looped in with other meters in the apartments. So I jumped up and I ran to 4 or 5 meters and trying to cut out when I finally found it. And when I got back, he said, "Hey man, let me tell you something. Whatever you do, stay calm." He said, if you don't stay calm and lose chaos and control, these customers or whoever may be around, they're gonna be thinking that you don't know what you're doing. So I learned that 7 years ago. Stay calm, take lead, even if you don't know what's going on,
That's right.
or how to respond or whatnot. Don't let it be revealed in your exterior.
That's right.
If you know that you're up for the job, do the job.
Stir the hot grits, baby. Stir the hot grits.
Hang on in there.
I know Mr. Sonny has some questions for me now.
Yes, I do. Dr. James, let's talk about notes. What do you get notes of?
Well, personally, I get notes of everything I learn. If I'm reading a book or watching a video, I grab my notebook and pen, and I always write notes from kind of what I've learned. I have notes from 15, 18 years ago. And so those things, I sometimes go back once a year and start reading them again. But that's what helps put so much knowledge in your head. You should write notes. I write notes of everything business-wise or knowledge-wise. I always write notes because even though your brain is the best computer ever built, you do need notes to be able to go back to recollect.
Well, I'll add to this, Dr. James. Notes or nuggets?
Notes are nuggets.
Notes
I like
are
that.
nuggets.
I love that.
I mean, if you get a good note, like you said, you got notes from 18 years ago.
Right.
I need to start penning some stuff that I put down. But I'm just saying, notes are nuggets. You know what you think. Like our mind works in so many different ways. That's why I say it's so good that you said that, because we understand we get something stored up and you're like, hey, I said that or whatever. It encourages you. Okay, Mrs. Joyce, what do you get notes of? Miss Joyce, are you with us?
Miss Joyce? Are you here, Miss Joyce?
I'm caught.
Oh, she's coughing a little bit. Okay.
Okay, well.
We'll come right back to you. Miss Helen, what do you think about it?
Notes. I think I take notes of pretty much everything too. Not always written notes, but I do a mental note. Like you say, sometimes it don't always resonate. But usually when I commit something to memory, God is good. He always brings it back to my remembrance at the appointed time.
Come on now.
So notes are good. Even like he said, go back and look over them, read them, study. It's just like going to school. You're in a class lecture. You want to be able to come back and recall that stuff that you done learned. so you can pass tests, because they're going to give you a test.
Right.
And I feel like life is the same way with business. You have different experiences with different clients. And sometimes those experiences come back after a time.
Right.
You might be dealing with somebody just like this first person you deal with. It might have been 15 years down the road, but
Watch
you
out now.
remember
Right.
the experience.
Absolutely.
So you're able to deal with it with a much better outcome.
How about you, Miss Joyce?
Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry. I got choked. I think notes are very important, and since I've been dealing with you now, about 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I said, you know what? I need a notepad, a pen, because I need to write things down. Because sometimes the mind will hold it, and sometimes the mind will lose it. But like my sister said, God will bring it back to your remembrance. And that's a good thing. So notes are very crucial, very important to be able to go back and look at and study, or go back and look at how you may have handled the situation. Say it could have been a chaotic situation, but you was able to handle it, and you may have wrote those notes down. So if that arises again with another customer, client, whatever, you'll be able to know how to handle it.
That's better.
Awesome. That's nice. And so I believe it's absolutely important. If you don't write notes, you're not going to learn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Let's go to topic 2. Consistency. Is it important?
Oh man, as you guys know, if you're not consistent, like when you're making fashion, Miss Helen, if you're not consistent with making it, if you're making one every year, forget a business.
Oh, yeah.
You you got to make it weekly, if not daily,
If not
right?
daily. That's right.
Same thing with you. If you're gonna get one job a month, forget it.
No.
You're trying to get work daily.
You have to be consistent. about it.
Consistent. It's very important.
Very
Yes.
important.
Well, can you succeed without it?
Absolutely not. You cannot move forward without consistency. If you're doing good, and now it's not even just about business. If you're gonna learn something a couple of days and then quit for the next month, you forget it.
Now,
There's a lot of people I know that wants to do something, and they'll spend a day or two doing it, and then they're done for a week or two, and I'm like, and they're wondering why things are not going their way. That's the reason. You have to be consistent in what you're doing. You can't be, this and this. It's okay to do one thing here and there, do more than one thing. But like I said last show, if you're not going to complete the task, and the only way to complete the task is to be consistent. When you make a outfit, Miss Helen, you can't work on it until you get half of it done. And now I'm gonna wait till next week. If you're doing an outfit that has a deadline,
That's right.
then you have to get it done.
Get it done.
Right?
well,
So
if you
crazy.
stay ahead, keep moving ahead, and I like to say this about the consistency, you can't teach want to.
That's right.
A person has to want to. And a good friend of mine told me that phrase, and I've been penning and using it ever since. You can't teach want to. If
That's
a person wants to be consistent and they want to do the job, they have to have that desire to do what they need to do to see some results.
Right. Absolutely. I love it.
Topic 3, funnels. What are funnels?
Oh my goodness! Now this is one of my favorites, and this is something that I'm share with you guys as we keep growing. I have funnels for you to be able to get customers face to face. I have funnels to help you get customers from social media. I have funnels to help you get customers from the cell phone through text messaging. These are funnels that will funnel out. The most important thing is a phone number. Now we're talking about new customers, because your existing customers you have to do other things with.
Right.
But new customers, I'll show you how to funnel in 100 customers, funnel out 20 to 40 of them that are interested, then funnel out 10 to 15 that are serious, and then funnel 5 to 10 phone numbers. And when you get those phone numbers, that's the gold. That's the gold. And that's what funnels do. Even when you look at the more popular name ClickFunnels with Russell Brunson, when you look at his it's all about online ClickFunnels. Well, obviously his funnels help people get, but it costs a lot of money. Obviously, me being not quite in that area code as far as, he's a rich guy. And so the key here, my funnels are for the small business, for the regular guy, regular woman like us. And these funnels help you get more phone numbers to call. Now, you can't get these phone numbers and not call them, or then it's worthless now.
Right.
Some people get the phone numbers and they don't want to call because they don't know what to say. They're nervous. Well, that's where I come in. I show you what to say, how to say it. And there's a script to follow I don't care what
I
you
believe
do.
that. Yeah.
Clothes, delivery,
Absolutely.
courses, food, whatever you're gonna do. There's always a script to say to get them generally to a certain point, and then you got to be able to understand when they're a customer that's ready to buy. Now, the next most important, really the most important, at the end, you have to be able to close the sale, ask for the sale. You went to all this far and say, what do you think? Well, no, you got to say, okay, so I know you're ready to buy. So are you going to pay credit card or cash app? How are you going to pay? You just have to assume that they're going to buy.
Well, let's go by the ABCD method here. Which
What's
I
that?
see is you ask, you conduct a business, you collaborate, then you get the deal.
There you go.
ABCD.
Right.
Let's do this.
Okay.
I love it.
Love that.
Awesome.
Yes. So, what funnels do you provide?
So I provide funnels for face-to-face. I
Yes.
provide a funnel for online. Generally, I have a funnel for social media, and I have a funnel for text messaging,
All right.
and I have a funnel for calling on the phone. I have numerous funnels to get all that and to be able to deal with a customer without you even thinking. You don't even have to think about what to say because it doesn't make a difference what you do. All I need to do is cater it to what you do, and then we'll get the customer to say yes, no, maybe so, and then you'll know not to waste time, but never throw away a number. Keep a number for later.
Yes. So how are people able to contact you to get more information about the funnel that you do provide?
I love that, Sonny. Thank you.
Yes.
The phone number is 469-765-5327. That's 469-765-5327. And on that note, we're going to get ready to move on to Miss Joyce. But before we do that, we're going to take this quick commercial break, and we'll get to Miss Joyce right after this.
I'm ready.
Hello, everyone. I am Dr. James, host of Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network, broadcasting live each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. from Fishbowl Radio Network Studios at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Log on to hear us talk about and feature small businesses and the life of a small business, the struggles, the triumphs, the daily operation, the grind of starting and running a small business. So be sure to log on each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. to catch Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. Let's jump in. Hello, can everyone hear me? Miss Joyce, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry guys, my mic was down. We are back, Globe Life Park, Arlington, Texas. And what do we like to say? How sweet it is. We are back. So what you doing, Miss Joyce? How's your day going so far?
Just sitting out at a friend's house right now.
That's what I'm talking
Talking
about.
with my new friends, my new partners.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, let's get into mental health. What is mental health?
Okay, mental health defines by the World Health Organization is a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own ability to cope with normal stresses of life and can work productively, fruitfully, to be able to contribute to his or her community.
Really?
So mental health is very, very important to be stable in one's mind. Even the Bible talks about being stable in your mind. It says a double mind is unstable in all of his ways.
I know something like that.
A stable mind when it comes down to doing business.
Right.
Because business causes us sometimes when we're not stable, it causes us not to make good choices in
Nice.
business.
Nice. So, what are some types of mental health?
Okay, some types of mental health can be anxiety disorders, panic attacks, obsessive compulsive disorders, depression, bipolar, mood disorder, eating disorder, personality disorder. Sometimes you can find people that, one moment they're really happy, and they're all excited, and the next moment they're sad, they're down, they're out, so that can be a personality disorder. PTSD also can be it is a disorder as well. So all of these are classified as mental health, types of mental health disorders.
Let's get into equal opportunity. Equal opportunity. What is equal opportunity and who gets it?
Equal opportunity. Let's see, I have everything wrote in my phone. Okay, equal opportunity is supposed to be, let me say that, because it doesn't always happen this way, because we look in the world today at what's going on in our world today. It's supposed to be race, color, religion, sex, national orientation, and there has been different civil rights acts amended because of jobs, discrimination, hiring, promotion, discharging a person from a job, even though they were qualified, were able to do the job. So these are part of what we're supposed to receive as being our right to have equal rights. But it doesn't always happen that way.
What areas does it affect?
It affects your job. It can affect your church, you being at a church. So let's not think that racism does not play a role in the church settings as well. It can be at the schoolhouse, your children going to school, whether it's elementary all the way up to college, universities. Discrimination happens. But we still have to fight for our equal rights, not just for us as a black race, but for all human race.
I like that. That's nice.
And you say.
So let's get into single parenting. What are some of the effects of single parents?
Okay, well, one other single parent, myself, I thought this was a very touchy situation for me to even address, but I'm able to do it. I have 4 biological children that I fully raised, and then I have 4 adoptive kids that I adopted, all 4 of them. And a lot of times the children that are raised, they say, by single parents, don't finish high school, don't go to college. But I did some studying, and that's not always the case. You still have children that come from single homes, whether it's a mother or a father that's the single parent, that are able to go to college. They said that's like 78.5% rate versus unmarried parents. It's a little bit higher, 87.7%, but it's still up there. But then, the media TV want to say that we're not doing it. And you have more Caucasian single parents than you do African Americans.
Well, I would like to touch on that. I'm a product of single parenting. My dad had full custody of me and my brother due to circumstances, but I still knew my mother, knew my aunts and my uncles. But I believe that it developed structure for me. You know, did I miss growing up with my mother, going home to a one-parent home? Yes, I did. I had moments, but I knew that was for the making of me. And I love my mother, and we had a great relationship up until she passed. But I'm thankful for it was all designed. I don't have no regrets, no nothing. I just know it was all designed. I didn't become a statistic. My dad was very strict in his upbringing, so I'm grateful for that.
That's what I'm talking about. So, Ms. Joyce, are children at risk because of this?
I'm going to say yes again to that. Reason being in the CPS system for over 25 years, I've saw a lot, and it has exposed me to a lot as to what the children go through with by just one single parent. Abuse goes on, neglect goes on, and the list goes on and on. But those are the main two where a child is being taken out of a home. Among parents, there's 42% are white, 28% are black, compared to 55% of cohabitating parents who are white and 13% who are black. And then there's also those that are same-sex relationships as well that are raising children. So it affects the ones that you may see on the playground, but you have no clue that there's, being raised by a single parent. Or it can be the one that's at the McDonald's working behind the counter and come from a single home. So it does not discriminate.
Yeah, I like to say a little bit about being a single parent. I come up in a single parent family as well as Sonny did. I had my mother, and I look back oftentimes thinking about how close she held me as a single parent. But she worked so much. She had a regular scheduled job. She worked. She did her little personal business and sewing. And I look back and I think and I appreciate what she did as holding me, because we came up in a community where, kids was just out there doing whatever. And because she didn't allow me to do a lot of things, I think I turned out real good. I kind of regretted it as I was going through it.
Right.
But it all paid off, I believe, because now I look at my children and how, it made me want to be a parent of two. And allow my children to have a father where I didn't. Right. And the statistics are high for a single parent. I have cousins that raised 3 boys, and those boys are excellent. She was a female. She was doing it on her own. Those boys, they would not disrespect her for nothing.
Right. Well, on that topic, we're going to slide into our fashion expert, Miss Helen. Say that last name. I love it.
Cluis.
Cluis. If you don't know Cluis, you don't have a clue. I just did some Sunny thing right there.
All right.
Hey, you don't have a clue if you don't know Cluis.
Come on now.
Ms. Cluis, let's talk about lifestyle and business. How has your business life impacted your children?
Yes, I tell you, the previous topic just flows right on into this. I just thank God, because being in business, it has really made my children stand up and notice that, yes, we can be something great. I always tell them I see greatness, so you can be this and you can do whatever it is that you desire to do. And I think this has made a big impact on them, just seeing me dealing with different people and putting projects together, and even myself on my own self, I'm like, did I do that?
In what way do you see them accomplishing their goals?
Well, my baby girl, I can say she is a great mother. She's stay-at-home mother with 3, and she's running a business of her own. And she's diving right in with the Facebook and the Instagram, and she's created web pages, and she's even instilling that in her children.
That's nice.
And her middle son, he knows how to edit. She does fashion changeovers, or I call it makeovers. But she just say, I just go out and buy what they want for the occasion that they're doing, because she talks just like this.
Hey, I like that.
I love it.
And like Mark Jackson will say on the commentation of NBA, and I'm gonna use this right now, Mama, there goes that man. So when that means there goes that woman. She knows what she's talking about.
Yes.
Let's go into the next topic, impacting the community through children and business. How has your community been impacted through your children?
I can say my business has impacted my children because I've taught them to be an asset
Okay.
in this world totally. Not just the community, but all around.
Okay.
And I tell them, I say, one thing that you all are going to be, if nothing else, you're going to be an asset and not a liability.
Right.
And when they were young, they didn't understand. I say, you may not know what the definition of these words are, but keep on living here with me and you will know.
Hand down, man down.
Hands down. Preparation, application, manifestation.
Come on,
Man, how has
because
the
surely
community-
they are an asset. They're friends and all of that.
So how has the community been impacted through other children related to your business and your children?
Yes, the friends that they had, I often told them, I say, you have to live here. You just go out there to get your knowledge and your understanding of what's going on in the world.
Come on now.
But so you need to choose your friends wisely,
Choose them wisely.
because what their parents allow them to do might not necessarily be what I allow you to do.
Come on now.
So they've chosen good friends, and when they pick friends that are a little off, I sit them down and say, y'all need to think about this.
Let's get into expected destiny now. What is your expected results or goals?
My expected results and goal is to have a great community where
Okay.
everybody loves one another. We look out for each other.
Yes.
You know, and if we see things happening that doesn't just look right, we pull that person to the side if we can.
That's right.
If we can get a hand on them and talk to them, we try to let them know
The
you're
village
better.
generation.
That's right.
You're
Yes.
better.
So the final destiny is then, as you say, world peace.
Yes, it would bring peace in the community, and it just spreads. And it starts at home and spreads abroad.
Come on now.
It's something my mother always told me. It starts at home and spread abroad.
Sweet.
The
So
tranquility of it all.
that's what I'm talking about. So give us some words as far as what your mom said again.
She says it starts at home and spreads abroad.
That's right.
Home and spreads abroad.
That's
It's
it.
so true.
Don't
I
jump
love
out the
that.
frying pan into the fire.
I love that. Anything else?
Can't get blood out of turnip.
Man.
Gotta work.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why it matters. That is awesome. How sweet it is.
All right.
Guys, we have reached the end of our show. We're so glad that you stay tuned, listeners and viewers. And you can also watch the show live on Facebook Live. You can listen on fbrn.us, which is live radio. And then obviously when this makes it to the TV platform, you'll get to see it on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Comcast Cable, and all of social media, plus regular TV, 26 and 28, plus Dr. James TV Network, TV and app. So having said that, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the flip side. Stay warm, stay safe, and God bless you.
All right. Amen.
Hello, everyone. I am Dr. James, host of Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network, broadcasting live each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. from Fishbowl Radio Network Studios at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Log on to hear us talk about and feature small businesses and the life of a small business, the struggles, the triumphs, the daily operation, the grind of starting and running a small business. So be sure to log on each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. to catch Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. Let's jump in.
Christmas.